Hi, welcome back. This is Ray from High Fives High Vibes Tarot. This is your daily 3 card spread, past, present, and future. Please take what resonates and leave what doesn't. If it doesn't resonate, that's okay. Perhaps tomorrow's message is the one for you, but I've always believed in synchronicity, so there must be something in here that you need to hear today. Welcome back. And I apologize if I shuffle a little too long. Just hit that fast forward button if you wish to, because usually I take the jump cards. And I apologize also if I pause in between, because English is not my first language and I hear a lot during any reading. The continuation of this reading is in the link in the description box below, wherein you could find 2 more oracle guidance cards to help you in this journey of yours. But you could also subscribe if you would want to check out tomorrow's reading, or you would want to be notified with new readings whenever I post new ones. I do daily tarot, but I also do zodiac love readings every month, so please feel free to check it out. I would link the playlist at the end of this video. No more. Oh, I was about to say no card yet. Oh, mental torture. What are you thinking about? You're overthinking about the situation, over analysis to a point of paralysis. You had too many options in the past, perhaps to your imagination. Your imagination is very active right now. You could be thinking about a project, thinking about a creative project, thinking about a career move, but you have a lot of options and you are having a hard time. You're feeling overwhelmed about this. Options is opportunities, being overwhelmed. Oops, sorry. If not, being anxious about the options that you had in the past. As a result, right now you are perhaps you are feeling mentally tortured. You're very much in your thinking space, not in your feeling space, and perhaps that could be what's troubling you right now, or you can't figure out what to do. Perhaps you are not connecting with your heart space. You are not connecting with what your gut feel is telling you. You are very much up in your head, over analyzing things. Perhaps you're a very visual person. I feel you, because I'm the same way. I'm a very visual person. I decide based on how I imagine it to be. I should imagine it first before when I imagine things, it's like I'm already touching the thing, and it has to be something that I could envision before I could decide on saying yes to it. Perhaps you could relate to that. That resonates well with you. You're very much in your head space and you are overwhelmed. This feeling of being overwhelmed with multiple options seems to be progressing into the present moment. There is some imbalance in your headspace, over analytical, over logical, and perhaps if you are in a relationship with somebody, your partner could be telling you that you are overthinking it already and you are over analyzing things and you are not connecting with your heart space. Very, very much of masculine energy, very much in their head space, and you just can't accept what your partner, if your partner is a female, perhaps she has been telling you to connect with your heart space, connect with your heart, but that's ridiculous to you, because you know that reason is everything. Analysis is everything, strategy is everything. Now you run the risk of just isolating yourself. Perhaps you are suffering, or you run the risk of suffering from analysis paralysis. So beware of those energies, because it could cripple you to a point that you would no longer want to talk to anybody, just like this person. The Hermit card in reverse. The Hermit essentially is all about getting into your cave, or recharging, being a hermit so that you could recharge and you could think better, you could make wise decisions. But having this in the reverse, you run the risk of just thinking and not trusting, and then you just dump everything in your head, and then you lose sleep thinking about what to do in a certain situation. You want everything analyzed or strategized before you make a move, but to a point that it just stays in your head and you don't want to take action. The hermit wants to get inside their cave with the intention of enlightenment, with the intention of more wisdom gained after a period of isolation. But having this as in the reverse could speak of over isolation to a point of alienating yourself. And perhaps you're getting tired of people. You could also be an empath. You're getting tired of people telling you what to do, but you know what to do, but it just feels like, why can't I do what I know what to do? I hope I'm making sense. Perhaps you are losing that grounding, and you are losing that ability to discern for yourself. And this could also speak of exhaustion, mental torture, mental exhaustion, or overthinking. When we put too much information into our head, sometimes it cripples us and it overwhelms us to a point that we don't want to act on it anymore. And perhaps you could be quote unquote suffering from that dilemma that you don't know what to do, and perhaps you are losing communication with the people who matters, or with the people who you know would help you in people who are helping you always in your projects. Could also be your partner. They are losing that appetite. I always use that term, losing appetite, even to people. I have mentioned that to a friend. I had lost appetite in dealing with you because we are not on the same page. Perhaps you are struggling with that, but what I strongly feel from what I strongly feel from your reading is that there are stalled and resistant energies from your end, and it could be, unfortunately, it could be coming from it could be your own doing, and it could be also your own choice to isolate yourselves from other suggestions. You could be very intelligent, but your intelligence is something that is way beyond others, and as a result, because you are way beyond others, or you are way ahead of others, I mean, if you're way ahead of others, you run the risk of shutting down their own suggestions just because you are more intelligent, or you are way beyond your years. You could be an old soul, you could be very intellectual, a bored top-notcher, perhaps. There's I can feel some sense of resistance or not wanting to receive help from your end, and you are filled with bright ideas, full of visual vision. You have that vision, but you just keep it to yourself, and you want to execute it perhaps on your own because, I don't know, perhaps of fear of just putting it out in the public, or perhaps you are afraid that if you express it publicly, people would imitate it, or if you express it publicly, it would be jinx, or you would encounter bad luck if you express it to everybody. I don't know what is this resistance from your end. It's like putting walls around you, putting your defenses, and keeping everything to yourself. Perhaps you're a mysterious person, but you had a lot in your hands. You had a lot of options around you, and your imagination is so limitless, but to a point that you already don't know what to do because of this limitless imagination, and you run the risk of feeling exhausted, of just isolating. But if you isolate yourself way too much, perhaps you are already alienating. You run the risk of alienating others, losing others also, or you're hyper focused on a goal but you don't want to ask for help and you don't want to receive help. Okay, this is such a powerful card to get, an advice for you by the universe. Stop that control. You are a powerful magician. You can do everything that you wish to do. You have everything, you have all the resources that you need to make things happen. However, if this comes from a controlling space, a manipulative space, and all with the wrong intention, if this is the intention to gain glory or some ego-based intention, you run the risk of losing everything in the long run. So perhaps what is invited for you to do is to strike that balance, or to have this upright, knowing that you are powerful, having that careful plan, having that if you would want to analyze or you want to strategize, put it into writing, or place it something tangible. Don't allow it to just stay in your head. And that is what I'm getting from your reading. Perhaps everything that you plan about, it just stays in your head. So as a result, you are being that my way. You're imbibing that my way or the highway vibe. What do I mean by that? You have it in your head, so you have the illusion that you are the only person who knows how to execute it. So perhaps what the universe wants you or advises you to do is to put it into writing, to lay it all down, take some time. Slow and steady wins the race, that kind of advice. Take it easy and write it down, and then ask help if need be, because you have the card here of the Magician in reverse, and this speaks of control, of manipulation, all for the wrong intention. So perhaps if you don't want to set a good intention, setting a good intention means, may this project bring prosperity to people around me and to me, or may this project, or may this endeavor be for my highest good. That is how you set an intention, so that all your motivation, or you have that, it's like putting it out in the universe, and like programming your energetic field to act on your behalf, to allow the universe to conspire with what you plan in life. Perhaps you are not obtaining what your vision, you're not getting what you want, you're not getting how you visualize it. One, because you're isolating yourself, and two, you had too many things on your plate and you don't have a careful plan. This is all about planning, and you are invited to let go of that manipulative energy around you. You have the tendency to run it your way. And perhaps you are also getting frustrated that people are not on board with you, they couldn't understand you. But to begin with, you may want to ask yourself, have you expressed or have you communicated to them? Have you laid down your plan to them, showing them your vision, telling them your vision? Have you done that? If you have done that, perhaps one, they could not understand it, or perhaps you are coming from that rush. You want to rush things, and you feel like how you envision it is how others would also envision it. So if you would want to have others on board with you, being that leader, being that king, you're invited to be that king who can express himself fluently, or in such a way that would be well understood by others. Just because you know everything, it doesn't mean that you could execute it. Just because you have it all planned out doesn't mean that you would execute it flawlessly as you intend it to be. So I have said a lot of things. The continuation of this reading is in the link in the description box below. 2 more oracle guidance cards to help you in this journey, and playlist for the Zodiac Love Oracle readings is at the end of this video. Maybe you're already seeing it, and I hope to see you next time. And please subscribe if you would want to be updated with more readings such as this, or to receive more daily tarot readings. So thank you, and see you next time. Bye bye.